No question. We people from Australia, the United States of America, Canada and all over Europe are gathering in Bonn to demonstrate via creative and powerful actions that we do mind that the climate is changing. We are here to carry our protest to the streets. The industrialized countries are responsible for 80% of the greenhouse gas emission. But there's no responsibility being taken. Instead, the former colonialistic repression is exchanged by the trade of hot air.
What we need at the moment is not a national missile defense system as is planned by the Bush administration and which at the same time is not being criticized by the EU or just ignored. What we need at the moment is not a national missile defense system as is planned by the Bush administration and which at the same time is not being criticized by the EU or just ignored. These billions, in fact, should be spent for measurements to cut down on the emissions, in particular of the south, because it is these countries that are dependent, that depend on the Western countries to cut down on the emissions, and that are affected by the change at the very first place.
Media talk? No.
Move along, get along, go, move, shift. Move along, get along, go, move, shift.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, one more reminder, please move in a bit and protect the people that are locked on. They're vulnerable to the police.
But the Kyoto Protocol and the UN process have a stake in the atmosphere and we have no right!
Number one, valuing the environment in its own right. Carbon trading perpetuates the psychosis that money is the only thing that people value. The environment is not for sale. Trading in pollution is not a solution.
There is a responsibility and obligation of the industrialized countries of the North to repair and stop the damage caused to the biosphere and countries of the world and to pay back.
Number 5, restructuring global financial institutions. Globalization has exhausted the environmental and social wealth of the planet. The neoliberal world order is built on the colonial theft and appropriation of land, people, and culture. There is no such thing as a market-based solution to a market-based problem.
Number 9. A commitment to a 60 to 90% reduction in carbon emissions immediately.
I would like to remind the police we are doing this for your future as well.
Introduce myself, I'm very pleased to meet ya. You may have heard of me.
So tell me, are you ready to wake up?
Right, the government panic, out of me that the authorities do. Make the toxic mutant out of you. Turning base metals into financial work. Waste up some reactors all over the earth. Enough!
We might as well just forget it. Pack up, go home, stop wasting each other's time.
Uranium all this time.
What are you talking about? Mine's at home making sauerkraut. As for this job, we got plans for her. With this murder, maybe our machines will.
Stop the dirty tricks. You're only making weapons with a radioactive depleted uranium coming up the pipe so it keeps impossible.
Still standing here at the demonstration at the sit-in, and there's somebody from an organization that's asking some questions. What is going on at the moment? What is the situation?
Okay, so at the moment there's about 80 people maybe stuck in the middle of a police cordon and with a ring of police around them. Everybody else is on the outside. The samba band are still playing and the sound systems have moved off because they've been warned 3 times to leave, otherwise they'd be arrested. So the people in the centre have had these warnings too, and the people that are locked on are being protected by people that are holding arms together in solidarity. So now what's probably going to happen is the police will eventually come and take them one by one.
And what about your contacts in the conference centre? How is it with them?
Okay, so contact with the conference centre has been very poor. We've tried repeatedly to get in touch with someone that would allow us to enter so that we can then make our statement and everything can be peaceable and move on. And there's been no luck whatsoever. They are not listening to us, they don't care, they're fobbing us off all the time and delaying. They say that Minister Pronk doesn't have time to speak to us, and that any of the bureaucrats in there can't authorise anything because they're not allowed.
They're not allowed to authorize.
Yeah. So, but it's just an excuse because you know they can do what they want. I mean, there's people there that have banned people from being inside and are completely restricting what goes on there with NGOs, but they won't actually accredit people for 1 hour to go inside. It's just an excuse.
If these people are arrested, and you get a contact in 1 hour to get into the press, into the conference center, do you still want to go?
Yeah, we would still love to. We want to be heard. We don't want to be arrested. We want to be heard. And this is why we have to do this. Because we've been pushed so far out of the process and out of any decision-making structures that we want to be heard, and you have to take it to the streets to do that. And even on the streets, they still ignore us. And what are we supposed to do, you know? How can we be heard? We really want to say our statement, and it's not overtly disrupting the conference. We want to just say our statement, make our voice heard. Not necessarily just to the conference. We want the whole world to hear what we've got to say. But they won't let us. They're not interested in what people have got to say.
What do you think of the police? How is the atmosphere? What do you think?
The police? The police have been fine. I mean, this is the thing. These protests often turn into a thing between the protesters and the police. And it's nothing to do with the police. We're not here to protest against the police. And it's not a war. We're here to make a statement. We've got a legitimate right to say what we feel about these things. And we've got a stake in that as well. And we don't have any kind of position on the police. They're just puppets of what's going on. They've been very pleasant to us, and there's been no violence from them or from us. So, and that's good, because those kinds of things detract from what it's all really about. And it's been really positive. They've been giving water to the people sitting in the middle. They haven't been shouting at anyone. They've been very polite. And they're not moving in yet. So they're letting us stay as long as possible. But it's the UN that's at fault here. You know, they have to do a simple thing. They just have to let us speak. And then we go. But they couldn't do that. Simple thing.
Thank you very much.
Okay.
The pollution of power.
Die letzte Aufforderung.
Somebody else to do it, right? This is a non-violent blockade, so don't start kicking people. No, police here, just move away.
She looks too much greedy, I think.
Noch neben die Wagen auseinander.
Kisses for ourselves. We did a good job today.